one of them says, boy, the food in this place women are at a Catskill. The other one says, yeah, I know. It's a small portion. This place is really, well, that's essentially how I feel about life. Full of loneliness, misery, suffering, happiness, and full of all much deeper misery, suffering, happiness. The other Hamlet joke for me is one that's usually attributed to Groucho Marx, but I think it appears as one in Freud's wit and its relation to the unconscious. But it goes like this: Freud, I would never want to belong to any club. And it goes to someone like me, for example. I would never want to belong to any club of my adult life in terms of my relationships with women. It's the key joke of my adult life in terms of my relationships with women.
Now what on earth is turkey fudge? Well, it's neither turkey nor anyone who's particularly funny. Turkey fudge is kind of like come up with some realities describe it. You got peckerwoods, dicks, weenies, morons, blithering idiots, all kind of combined into one holistic class, photoplastic, how the brain is over between its legs, deck, permanent. That's a dirty fudge. You need to look it up. You know what you're talking about.
He's been depressed. All of a sudden, he can't do anything. Tell Dr. Flicker. It's something he read.
Universe is expanding. Well, the universe is everything, and if it's expanding, someday it'll break apart. It's the end of everything.
What is that your business? He stopped doing his homework. What has the universe got to do with it? We're here in Brooklyn. Brooklyn is not expanding.
Expanding for billions of years. And try to enjoy ourselves while we're here.
Yes. More, I'm a hospital. already. I can't go in the middle.
In the middle? We're only the subtitles. They're in Swedish.
You want to get coffee for 2 hours?
2 hours? No. I'm going in.
Goodbye.
While we're talking, we could be inside. You know that?
Hey, can we not stand here and argue in front of everybody?
All right.
Embarrassed.
All right. So what do you want to do?
I don't know now. You want to go to another movie? Let's go see the Star on the Page.
Oh, come on. We've seen it. I'm not in the mood to see a 4-hour documentary on Nazis.
Well, I'm sorry. I can't. I've got to see a picture exactly from the start to the finish because I'm anal.
That's a polite word for what you are.
You tell the Fellini film master is not one of his best. That's because he's innocent, don't you? Get the meaning. He's not absolutely sure what it is he wants to say. Because I've always felt it was essentially a technical film. Granted, Lestrada was a great film. Great in its use of negative imagery more than anything else. But that central cohesive core,
Stop
leading through an artist toward moving from one to the other.
Screaming is appearance in my
You
ear.
know what I'm talking about? Like all that Juliet of the Spirits or Satyricon. Incredibly indulgent. Almost indulgent. And without getting
Depressed.
without
I miss my therapy. The alarm clock.
A hostile gesture that is to me.
I know. Because of our sexual problem, right?
Everybody online in New Yorker has to know our rate of intercourse.
Samuel Beckett. I admire the technique, but it doesn't fit me on a gut level. Without
Guy on a gut level.
Stop it, Allie.
sitting on my neck.
And you know something else? You're so egocentric. Mine is my therapy. You can only think of it in terms of how it affects you.
Don't shut Joy.
Probably on their first date, right? Probably met by answering an ad in the New York Review of Books. 30-ish academic wishes to meet woman who's interested in Mozart, James Joyce, and sodomy. Now it's sexual problem. I'm comparatively normal for a guy raised in Brooklyn.
Okay, I'm very sorry. My sexual problem. Okay, my sexual problem, huh?
I never read that. That was Henry James, right? Novel? The sequel to Turn of the Screw?
It's the influence of television. Now, Marshall McLuhan is a high intensity, hot,
What I
as opposed
give for a large sock.
as opposed to the
What do you do when you get stuck on a movie line with a guy like this behind you?
What hearing of my opinion? It's a free country.
He can give you have to give it so loud. I mean, aren't you ashamed to pontificate like that? And the funny part of it is, well, you don't know anything about Marshall McLuhan's work.
Really, I happened to teach a class in Columbia called TV, Media, and Culture. Right, my insights. The great
Oh, do you? Well, that's funny because I happen to have Mr. McLuhan right here. So, yeah, just come in. Come over here. Thank you.
I heard what you were saying. No, nothing in my work. You mean my whole fallacy is wrong. How you ever got to teach a course in anything is totally amazing.
Boy, if life were only like this.
June 14, 1940. The German army occupies Paris. All over the country, people are desperate for every available scrap of news.
Those guys think French resistance, right? Have to listen to Maurice Chevalier sing
Sometimes I ask myself
Great
how I
story.
stand up.
He made my day. Hey, I think I should get out of here. Stop it. Take away your doing this. Charge card. Tell him everything.
Well, I mean, you don't have to.
It's personal, but I'm more inspired.
Did you take a shower at the club?
Because I never shower.
Why not?
Because I don't like to get naked in front of another man. So,
Oh, I see.
I don't like to show my body to another man in my gender.
Well,
I've been here.
You said it was going to come.
Well, Albie,
Yeah, so how did I count?
No question. I think we're mature at that.
now look, all the books on death and dying are yours. And all
I'm exactly the same way.
It's denial of death. Remember, this is the first book that I got, so you managed to work out something today? Well, thanks very much for talking to me. You know, even as a kid, where do you think I am? I'm at the Los Angeles airport. I flew in. I flew in to see you. Hey, listen, can we not debate this on the telephone? Because I feel I got a temperature and I'm getting my chronic Los Angeles smells here. Like I don't feel so good. You know, I'm looking so hopeful, guy. Not better. Little things drag you into sorrow, pity, drag you out.